Forget winning the lottery. The real path to wealth is hiding in plain sight, and it has nothing to do with luck. It's about a deliberate, calculated strategy. I'm about to reveal the 4 actionable methods that ordinary people, just like you, are using to systematically build their fortunes from the ground up, often in complete silence. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes or risky gambles. This is about a fundamental shift in how you see the world and your place within it. It's the difference between being a passive consumer and an active architect of your own financial destiny. So, are you ready to stop wishing for wealth and start building it? Let's dive in. The first method, and perhaps the most powerful, is the complete re-engineering of your relationship with income. Most people are trapped in a linear equation: time equals money. They trade their hours for a paycheck, and the only way to make more is to work more hours or beg for a small raise. This is the path to financial stagnation. The secretly wealthy understand that this model is fundamentally broken. They don't just earn income, they build income systems. This is the crucial distinction. Think of it like this. An employee builds someone else's well, and in return, they are allowed to draw a bucket of water from it each day. The secretly wealthy, however, spend their energy not just drawing water, but digging their own wells. This means relentlessly pursuing and creating multiple, often passive streams of income. It's not about working 3 jobs until you collapse from exhaustion. It's about strategic diversification of your earning potential. The journey often starts small. Maybe it's turning a hobby into a side hustle that generates a few $100s a month. Perhaps it's creating a digital product, an ebook, an online course, a set of templates that you build once and can sell thousands of times over. Or it could be investing in dividend-paying stocks where companies literally pay you just for owning a piece of them. Each new stream is another pipeline feeding into your financial reservoir. The goal isn't just to add more money, it's to decouple your earnings from the hours you physically work. When your money starts making money while you sleep, you've unlocked the first secret. This isn't a passive activity. It requires immense upfront effort, learning, and discipline. You must become a student of business, marketing, and investing. But the payoff is the ultimate form of financial liberation: freedom from the tyranny of the clock. The second method is the aggressive and almost obsessive pursuit of asymmetric opportunities. This sounds complex, but the concept is beautifully simple. It's about finding situations where the potential upside preparation far outweighs the potential downside. The average person avoids risk at all costs. They put their money in a savings account where it's safe, but inflation silently erodes its value every single day. They stick to the safe career path, even if it offers zero growth. The secretly wealthy, however, don't avoid risk. They manage it intelligently. They hunt for asymmetry. Let's be real. Forget everything you've been told about getting rich. Forget the lottery fantasies, the 1 in a million stock picks, or coming up with the next viral app. The real path to wealth is so quiet, most people walk right past it. It's not about luck, it's a system. While everyone else is distracted, chasing the next big, flashy thing, a growing number of totally ordinary people are systematically building their fortunes. They aren't gracing magazine covers. They don't drive cars they can't afford. Their method is subtle, it's repeatable, and honestly, it's hiding in plain sight. If you're ready to stop chasing financial fads and start building real, life-changing wealth, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. It feels like a small click, but it's a huge commitment to your future. Let's jump in. The first secret: they master the gap, not the budget. All right, the first thing the quietly wealthy do is something that sounds almost too simple, but it's where almost everyone goes wrong. They live below their means. But hang on. This is not about some miserable, complicated budget where you track every last penny you spend on coffee. That's precisely why most people fail. They're focusing on the wrong thing. The real secret isn't budgeting, it's mastering the gap. What's the gap? It's the space between what you earn and what you spend. That's it. That's the entire game. Your job isn't to become a stressed out accountant for your own life. It's to make that gap as wide as possible. Think about it. Most people get a raise and immediately upgrade their lifestyle. The car, the apartment, the vacations, everything inflates. It's called lifestyle creep, and it's a trap. The secretly rich do the exact opposite. When their income climbs, their spending stays flat or only creeps up a tiny bit. The gap widens and that extra cash becomes pure fuel for their wealth. So, how do you actually do this? It comes down to conscious spending. Instead of agonizing over a $5 latte, they laser focus on the big three: housing, transportation, and food. These three things eat up the vast majority of the average person's paycheck. Could you move to a slightly more affordable area and save $500 a month? Could you drive a reliable used car instead of a new one, saving another $400 on payments and insurance? Those two moves right there just created a $900 gap in your monthly finances. That's over $10,000 a year. Trying to save money by cutting out lattes is like trying to empty a swimming pool with a teaspoon. It's exhausting, and you'll barely notice a difference. Focusing on the big three, that's like pulling the main drain plug. The water level drops, and it drops fast. Find those big leaks first, then point all that extra cash toward the next methods we're about to cover. The second secret is what I call the unsexy secret. They treat debt like a house fire. The method is the least glamorous thing we'll talk about, but it's by far the most urgent. The quietly wealthy treat high-interest debt like a house fire. You don't manage a house fire. You don't chip away at it. You treat it like the emergency it is and put it out with everything you've got. So many of us are trying to build wealth while lugging around a mountain of high-interest debt. That's like trying to run a marathon with an anchor chained to your leg. You're working hard, but you're constantly being dragged backward. As of mid-2025, the average credit card interest rate for accounts that carry a balance has soared past 22%. Paying off a card with a 22% interest rate is the same as getting a guaranteed 22% return on your money. You will not find that kind of guaranteed return anywhere on earth. So here's the game plan. There are two killer methods: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The debt snowball is for people who thrive on psychological wins. You list your debts from the smallest balance to the largest, ignoring the interest rates. You make minimum payments on everything, but you unleash every spare dollar at that smallest debt. Once it's gone, you get this incredible surge of momentum. Then you take all the money you were paying on that first debt and start a full-on attack on the next smallest one. The debt avalanche is the mathematician's choice. You list your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest. You make minimum payments on everything, but every extra dollar goes to destroying the debt with the highest interest rate, which is almost always a credit card. This strategy saves you the most money on interest over time. So, which one is better? The one you'll actually stick with. Pick your strategy, get intense, and put out that fire. Once you're free from the anchor of high interest debt, every dollar you earn has one job: building your future, not paying for your past. The third is the active secret. They don't just save, they earn more. You've definitely heard the phrase, a penny saved is a penny earned. And that's true, but it's only half the equation. The third secret is this: there is a hard limit to how much you can save, but there is absolutely no limit to how much you can earn. The quietly wealthy get this, and they actively work to crank up their income. This isn't about grinding out more hours at a job you hate. It's about increasing your value per hour. This is the most powerful and active step in this entire process. Here's how they pull this off. First, they maximize their main career. They don't just show up, they play the game to win. They get certifications, learn high-demand skills, and become so valuable that negotiating their salary becomes a power move, not a desperate plea. They don't just ask for a raise, they build an undeniable case for it. They track their wins, research what the market pays for their skills, and walk into that meeting with a data-driven argument. A single well-played salary negotiation can be worth tens of thousands of dollars over just a few years. Second, they build scalable side hustles. A side hustle shouldn't just be about trading more of your time for a little extra cash, like driving for a rideshare app. While that's fine for a short-term boost, the real goal is to find something that can grow without you. Think freelancing a skill you already have: graphic design, writing, bookkeeping. Think a small local service business like pressure washing or window cleaning, or better yet, think of a digital product, an ebook or an online course that you create once and can sell 1,000 times over. These start small but have the potential to become major income streams. Third, they network relentlessly. They know that opportunity doesn't knock, it's introduced. Building genuine relationships in their field opens doors to better jobs, high-paying clients, and business partnerships they would never find otherwise. By systematically boosting their income, they widen that gap we talked about into a massive canyon, giving them an avalanche of capital to pour into the final and most powerful method. The fourth secret is the automatic secret. They build a wealth machine. This is it. This is the final piece of the puzzle where all the hard work starts to pay you back and your money finally starts working for you, instead of the other way around. The secretly rich build an automatic wealth machine through consistent, boring investing. Investing can sound intimidating, right? It conjures up images of traders on Wall Street screaming at monitors. But for the quietly wealthy, investing is supposed to be boring. It's systematic, and most importantly, it's automated. The number one rule they live by is to pay yourself first. Before the bills get paid, before they buy groceries, before a single dollar is spent on anything else, an automated transfer whisks a chunk of their income, ideally 20% or more, straight into their investment accounts. They don't have to think about it. They don't need willpower. The system just works. So where does the money go? They aren't trying to find the next Tesla or Apple. Overwhelmingly, they invest in low-cost index funds or ETFs, particularly those that track the S&P 500. Think of an index fund as a basket that holds a tiny piece of hundreds of the biggest companies. Instead of trying to find the one winning needle in the haystack, you simply buy the entire haystack. This gives you instant diversification and has historically delivered strong, steady returns over the long run. This is where the magic happens. Compound growth. Let's use a real-world example. If you invested just $1,000 a month and earned an average annual return of 7%, after 30 years, you'd have over $1 million. And get this, the majority of that million wouldn't be the money you put in. It would be from your money making more money. That's the wealth machine in action. They also max out every tax-advantaged account they can, like a 401k at work, especially if there's an employer match, which is literally free money, or an IRA. These accounts let your investments grow tax-free or tax-deferred, which is like pouring gasoline on the fire of your returns. The system is simple. Automate your savings, invest them in boring, diversified funds, and let time and compounding do the heavy lifting. So there they are, the 4 secrets that aren't really secrets at all. They're just disciplined systems that are available to anyone. If this made you think differently about money, that's your sign. Subscribe for more insights like this every week.